continue with part B. Just before we learn on the relations of Six Sigma and BPM, the definition, the framework, and some history of Six Sigma and BPM. So we're going to continue part B. So this part B, we're going to look on the organizations of Six Sigma. Okay. So there are several concepts. Basically, there are two concepts here. The first concept is what we call as DMAIC, or Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve and Control organizations of Six Sigma. Another one is DMADV. DMADV is I forgot about the DV means. Is actually DMA is still the same, define, measure, analyze. V is validate something. Another D tu saya lupa apa dia. Tapi dalam original sources tu ada. Okay. But however, between these two, we're gonna focus on only one of it, which is DMAIC. Okay, apa beza dia is actually DMAIC is related approach recommended for improving an existing process. So ianya lebih sesuai dengan kita punya environment bidang yang mana kita nak bangunkan information system tu pada proses yang dah ada, proses yang memang dah sedia ada, currently practices. Cuma kita nak identify, find the requirement, buat dia punya analysis and design and development. So basically existing process. So itu kita punya approach yang biasa kita pakai. For DMADV, this is the approach recommended for new processes design. Ini bagi sistem yang totally new, yang BPR sesuai, recommended for new process design. So kita we will be focusing on DMIC due to most information system development involved in improving current existing as is processes. So basically D means define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. So what is DMAIC is basically a logical and structured approach to problem solving and process improvement. So ini banyak berkaitan dengan kita punya analysis and design lah, requirement analysis and design pada fasa IS development tingkat awal. So it's an iterative process. It's a continuous improvement. We keep finding the requirement, checking the requirement with end users, and improvise the requirement according to the client needs and so on and so forth. So it's a repetitive process. Tak boleh buat sekali jalan and then we satisfy with our modeling. No, we need to check and recheck to make sure that our IS is actually effective. Okay, so it's basically a quality tool which focus on change management style. So let's look on what does it mean by define, measure, analyze, and improve with control. So D is basically define which process or product that needs improvement. So kita identify mana proses ataupun produk yang dalam organisation kita yang perlukan improvement. So define the most suitable team members to work with the improvement. Identify who involved, siapa yang kita akan dapatkan requirement tersebut, siapa end user, siapa customer kita, and so on and so forth. So define the customers of the process, their needs and requirement, and create a map of the process. So creating a map of the process is very important at this phase. Okay? Creating a map of the process that should be improved. The second M is as for measure. This is identifying the key factor that have the most influence on the process. Mana faktor yang paling banyak influence? Apa faktor-faktor tersebut? Identify, classify, look who's involved in influencing, having the influence in the process, and decide upon how to measure them. Okay. Number third, A for analyze, is analyze the factors that need improvements. Kat mana dia punya lacking? Apa benda yang menjadi penyebab kepada lacking of the process tersebut? Ada bottleneck tak? Ada proses yang tak perlu ke? Siapa yang involved at that level? I for improve, design and implement the most effective solution. Yang ini kita kata continuous improvement. It's a repetitive process. Kita akan buat selagi it will become effective with the satisfactions of our client. Okay. So teknik contohnya cost benefit analysis should be used to identify the best solution. So dalam banyak-banyak analisis method yang kita dengar tadi tu, so kita boleh gunakan cost benefit analysis pada peringkat ini. Okay, then we have control. Finally, what is control used for? Is basically to verify the implementation, whether the implementation was successful, and to ensure the improvement sustain over time. So penggunaan dia itu efektif dan kita kekalkan over time. Dan kita boleh guna pada satu jangka masa yang lama. Ini adalah contoh je lah phases regarding to the Six Sigma. Define who is the customer and what are their needs. Measure how is the process defined and how the defect measures. Analyze what are the most important causes of the defects. Identify what are the factors. Improve, how can the causes of the defects be eliminated by providing solutions of suggestion of solutions. Tengok dia punya transaction betul tak, output betul tak, and so on so forth. Alright, and see what control action yang kita diambil to sustain the improvement, so that the satisfaction and effectiveness can be longer. Can be as long as we can. Okay, so some of the benefits of Six Sigma. So it generates sustained successes. Jadinya generate sustained success meaning kita being competitive lah. Being competitive advantage, we become a good competitor, a good player in the industry. Set performance goal for everyone. So everyone that involves in the processes know what to achieve, know what to manage, know what to improvise, and know what are the expected output that they will have to produce. So diorang jelas akan processes yang diorang involve. Enhance value for customers. Jadinya optimization, satisfaction is very very high. Accelerate rates of improvements. Kita mampu mengurus perubahan based on the demand. Promote learning across boundaries. In order for us to sustain the processes, is basically having a very good staff or employees or workers that will be trained to do the processes. So training, having added values to the workers is also important. Okay, so it executes strategic change. So So basically untuk continuous improvement, basically kita akan relatekan dengan business strategy. So jadinya mana-mana perubahan yang kita lakukan tu tak lari daripada business strategic goal. Okay. So ni adalah contoh company yang guna Six Sigma. However, this company kalau kita dalam buku reference, dia dalam tahun 80-an dan 90-an. So it's not very recent lah. It's about 20 to 30 years ago. So basically we have some company in the Western and some European company. We have Motorola, Ericsson, General Electric, Sony, Ford Motor Operations, as well as Citibank. So these are companies that well known for using Six Sigma. Okay. Okay. So Six Sigma, we have Six Sigma management. Practice ni, amalan ni kita mesti according to the Six Sigma management lah. So it's a high performance system for executing business strategy, which provide a top-down solution to help organization. Basically, it aligns their business strategy to critical improvement effort. So it always align. Segala perubahan yang kita buat tu tak lari daripada apa yang business strategy mahukan. Okay. So that kita boleh measure the changes and it also achieve the business strategy goal or objective. Mobilize team to attack high impact project. Kita boleh identify team yang boleh lakukan high impact project berpulangan high profit. For example, a big project, accelerate improve business results. It gives us more accurate and good result, proper result, better. Governs effort to ensure improvements are sustained. So kita mampu sustain the changes so that we become competitive or remain competitive. Okay, so basically that's the end of part B, chapter 5.